My life hasn't been what you probably think it has. We all have our struggles.
Have you ever been in love?
A long, long time ago. You?
So many times. Yeah, all the time.
Welcome to the future. Life is good, but it can be better. And why shouldn't it be? All you need is to want it. Think about finally having everything you always wanted.
I can save today, but you can save the world.
Steve.
Diana. Now, I take what I want in return. Everyone will see. The world needs you. You know what you need to do.
Nothing good is born from lies. And greatness is not what you think.
It's all art. That's just a trash can.
It's just a trash can. Yeah.
What's up, world? It's your boy Tommy Mab, and I came to give my thoughts on the Wonder Woman trailer that just came out. I'm not a fanboy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a comic book fan. I'm just a guy who enjoys watching movies, right? And I'm gonna be honest, this looked as good as the first one, but I'm not really excited to see it. And I know, you know, the whole consensus is gonna be that it's misogynist and that it's because I'm sorry, I just don't really have. I don't think I'm gonna learn more. See, this is the problem you run into when you're doing prequels. You know, it's like when you've already created a universe that failed as bad as DC's universe failed. Anything that is connected to it, especially something that predates it, it's going to be mad because it's like, well, we already seen her pinnacle when she fought later after that with Batman and Superman, when she fought that little monster dude, Doomsday. So it's like, okay, so what is she going to show us that's gonna make us think, well, why the hell didn't she use that against Doomsday? It's like when they show her at the end with the banana, and then she show it, and then they show her with the all gold thing. It's like, what the hell was that when was this super gold shield thing when you were fighting Doom? So Doomsday. So it's like everything that is in it somehow makes it so you're just underwhelmed. Like either it's gonna be stupid or she's not gonna really show you much because this predates what she's already showed you she can do. So I don't think the best foot forward is to try to push how powerful she is when we've already seen that she's like minuscule in comparison to like Superman made her look like a scrub and everybody else in the universe look like a scrub. So I don't really know where you have to go but down here. And so I don't know why you would set it in 1984. I don't like, what is with this new trend by douchebag directors from Hollywood, in which these asshats keep thinking that we want to see stuff in different time periods. It's like nostalgia works when it's not when it comes about when you don't expect it, right? So it's cool when like you're driving in the car and an old song you used to hear from when you were a little kid comes on. It's cool because you're not expecting it. Now, am I going to go out of my way? If I want to hear that song, I have YouTube, I have this, I have that. I have a whole bunch of stuff I can draw back to if I just want to go and reminisce on the old days. I don't need you to do it for me. But this has always been a problem I've had with Hollywood. It's like Hollywood is like the Legion of Douche, right? In their mind, they think that because they have money and that they're, quote, successful, that they somehow are smarter than everybody else. So they keep putting in these freaking windbag / like these people with their chest out, you know what I mean? Like they think they're so much smarter than everybody else. Like like you ever hear them talk about their movies? It's like, dude, it's a shitty movie. Stop talking about it like you just like just Shakespeare. It's like you'll hear them talk about like X-Men. Well, I thought it was important for us to take it back to the days when you know when you can look at it from the perspective of, like, dude, shut the hell up. All you did was copy a comic book and then add some doucheness into it, where you tried to self-righteously put in some humanitarian theme to it that everybody knows that you don't need to tell them, yet you think you're the only person smart enough to have deducted. It's like, we all know it's wrong to hit women. You're not Shakespeare because you found a way to funnel it in the movies. We all know that slavery is wrong. You're not a genius because you found a way to funnel it in the into the movie. We know that crap without you telling us that. Do we need you to tell us this? No. So can we please just get back to the movie? We don't need to hear all you did was take a perfectly good storyline, add your doucheness to it, and now we've sunken it. And I think that's what they do when they try to add these old themes to it. Because 1984, you know what they're going to do. They're going to put a whole bunch of woman empowerment stuff in there. Like, no woman is going to see no Wonder Woman movie because it empowers them. She's a fake character. No real woman who's dealing with real problems in the real world is giving two craps about how powerful a portrayal Wonder Woman is presented. They're just showing up to be entertained. And if you're going to sit there and spend 30, you know what they're going to do. They're going to spend 30 minutes telling you about how powerful women are and how great women are. And it's like, dude, it's like you can say what you want about Black Panther, but it didn't do that. Black Panther didn't spend 2 hours telling us how great black people were. It just put out a story, and people either liked the story or they didn't. It didn't take 30 minutes telling us how great black people are and how we need to empower black people. It was not a civil rights message. It was a movie. And half of these women movies, they spend more time trying to tell you how great women are than they do just telling the story. And I see the 1980s is a big women empower movement. And I guarantee you that's going to be one of the forefronts in this movie. Because like I said, they're trying to push her, how powerful she is, but it kind of falls in the face of that when we realize she was in the last two movies and she was getting her butt kicked by two different dudes. So it's like it's like watching Dragon Ball Z, right? And you know how powerful Goku and Vegeta got towards the end? They were like super good. And then now all of a sudden we cut back to Trunks at Super Saiyan 1. It's like yeah, but it's cool that he can go to Super Saiyan. That was cool when Super Saiyan was the standard, for good. Now it's like we're like Super Saiyan Indigo. So, which I stopped watching because the show kind of just went overboard with it. But you kind of hit your max. So you're at Super Saiyan 2. So now I'm going to a timepiece before Super Saiyan, Indigo, and now I'm back to regular Super Saiyan. Like, I'm not really impressed by this anymore. And that's how you get from Wonder Woman. Either you're gonna think this is stupid because why didn't she just use all this stuff when she was fighting Doomsday? Why was she just in her regular gi when she was fighting Doomsday? But she got this gold armor and she couldn't use it against the guy from Justice League or Doomsday. I just don't buy it. Either it's gonna be stupid or it's gonna be underwhelming. I think those are your two choices because these douchebags just had to take it back to 1984 or a prequel when nobody asked for that. Why didn't you just make a new movie? Nobody gave a crap about Steve Trevor. I didn't care about him. The whole time I was hoping the entire Justice League movie that Batman and Wonder Woman got together. I didn't give two craps about. I don't know who he was. I never watched the comics. So just to bring him back, we're gonna go to 1984 when you could have just jumped. When we all know he's gonna die again because we've already seen the future. So what was the purpose of jumping to 1984 when we bring this guy back like he's some important character and then he's gonna die again and then we're gonna do it? Why not just jump? Let us forget about that and then we can just jump to the new stuff. Because right now we just seem like we're in a time vortex where we don't know what to expect. Because she, like I said, she can't be better than what she was in the future, or she would be better in the future. And if she is, it just seems stupid and out of place. Like you just ignored the other movies, which even if they sucked, they still were a part, and she was in it. So it's gonna be real hard for you to dissociate that Wonder Woman from this Wonder Woman. And you say, well, that Justice League, that's no longer canon. We're gonna erase that. Well, that doesn't really fit because she was in it. So I can't not see what I saw. So yeah, at the very least, it's gonna make a person at least think. I don't really why didn't she do this? So if you have to explain the storyline to somebody, then you already starting in the negative. And I feel like if at this point, if she does anything more powerful, it's going to run into a problem where you're gonna have to explain why she wasn't doing it later. Which I said it's a bunch of red tape. In my opinion, they should just jump. But the actress that plays Cheetah, I don't know her name. She's a good actress. She's funny. I don't really remember her in many serious roles. She's always been funny to me. I know people lambast Ghostbusters, and I didn't really watch it. But other than that, I watched her on Last Man on Earth. I thought she was funny. I always think she's funny on SNL. So I don't really know what she's gonna do in a straight role. I don't know how athletic she is. She doesn't look that athletic, and she looks like a mature older woman. So I don't know why they're portraying her and Gal Gadot like they're the same age when there's some I don't know, because Gal Gadot might be old as hell too when you look at Hollywood. Hollywood, that makeup is freaking king. But you get some of these chicks with no makeup, well, they look like freaking overweight truckers. But and I'm just joking around, obviously. But the point is that their makeup teams are good, so you really don't know how old half of these women is. Angelina Jolie, who basically is just like Gal Gadot. If you switch. If you saw her without makeup and you saw her with her, without makeup she looks like she's like 40-some years old. With makeup she doesn't. So, these people are going to the highest schools and stuff and to be makeup artists. So, they're really good at what they do. So she may be a lot older than what I think. But as far as I know, it looks like it's a big age discrepancy, because even with makeup, that girl, that Cheetah girl, the woman that plays Cheetah looks old as hell. I saw Maxwell Lord. They say the guy who's playing Maxwell Lord. I didn't. Once again, I'll reiterate. I didn't read the comics. I don't watch the comics. I didn't even know who Maxwell Lord was until I saw like one episode of Supergirl, and that show sucked. So I didn't really delve into his character. So I don't know who Maxwell Lord is. He's never really been a popular criminal or mastermind in my DC universe. I've never really heard of him. I'm pretty sure he is, but to me he isn't, because I've never heard of him. So I'm not really excited to see him. I don't really know what he brings other than a low budget Lex Luthor. I just, like I said before, it doesn't look like it's worse than the first, but I'm definitely not somebody saying I can't wait to see this. There's certain movies that when you watch them, you're like, I can't wait to see it. There's other movies you watch and you're like, I can wait for it to get on video. And that's how I feel about this one. I can wait until I can just download it. Like, what? I don't need to go to the movies to see that. Say what you want about Star Wars, but you rarely ever come across a Star Wars movie that you feel comfortable just, watching it when it goes on video. Most of the time you want to catch it in the theaters because of the hysteria that surrounds it. Wonder Woman, I think, will have hysteria. I think it's going to do good numbers? I think it's going to be better than the first. I think it's going to pull in more than the first, but do I think it's going to make billions of dollars? No. DC's fan base isn't that strong when it comes to the DCEU. And especially with this whole news that they're trying to find a way to salvage it since that flop by the douchebag Snyder. Once again, going back to DC, why do they have to make all their movies look like freaking like it looks like it's always bland, it's always dark. It's like this doesn't even, like, it's no need. The characters take themselves too serious, and it's like, lady, you're walking around in a freaking dominatrix outfit, but we have to take you as some serious symbol of feminine power. It's like they take themselves so serious. That's what Marvel does better, which they're starting to suck at too. But it's like the identity is the character. You know what I'm saying? Let me know more about characters. I don't need to know more about women. And it's like they spend so much time on trying to teach us about this stuff because they're so much smarter and so much and they have so much knowledge to teach us dumb idiot public people, and they know what's best for us, and they know how we should think, and they know what the right way to think is. So they dismiss our opinions, they dismiss what we want to see, and then they shovel us a bunch of crap we don't. And it's like Snyder. It's like, dude, did we really need? They literally said that he said he was thinking about Batman going to prison and being raped. Aside from the fact that 90% of Hollywood is homo, who wants to see that? Like, who wants to see their childhood? Batman might have been my favorite character since I was a little kid. You think I want to see him get raped in prison? What is that doing for you? And it seems like that's what Hollywood does. They go get a bunch of self-righteous douchebags to head all their movies, and the public is constantly saying, I don't want to see this shit. And they keep saying, it's because you don't know better. You don't know better. You son of a, you don't know better. And if you knew better, you do better. And since you don't do better, we're gonna teach you how to act. And then you just you sitting there watching, you know what I'm saying, and you turn on a children's show, and they're finagling some two dudes kissing for no reason. I'm sorry, but regardless of how you feel about it, my religious leanings aside, I could care less about freaking homos and homosexuals and what they do. Let them do it. At the end of the day, I don't have to watch it though. I don't want to see two dudes kissing. It's not that I hate them. I'm grossed out by it. So if I'm grossed out by it, why can't I be? That's a natural reaction. I'm just grossed out by it. So if you see, and I'm sorry, women are grossed out by it too. So if women are grossed out by it, men are grossed out by it, why are we putting it in movies? You can put two women kissing, men are not grossed out. Women may be grossed out by it, and only a portion of them gonna be grossed out by it. Men are not grossed out by it. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, why do we keep shoehorning this stuff into all our movies and all our media? Like, we need to see this crap, these messages, like oh, you should hate someone because we're gay. Yes, we know that. No, everybody knows you shouldn't hate someone because they're gay. If they still hate gay people, trust me, it's not because they didn't get the memo. It's because they don't care about the memo. So stop shoehorning it into all our movies, taking over the storyline, trying to talk about some racism. People at this point, I'm an African American, but at this point, if you have not gotten the memo that racism is bad, you either willfully have ripped it up and tossed it in the garbage and said F that, or you're the dumbest person in the world and another movie ain't gonna help you find that goal. So, can we please pull back? Because I'm sick and tired of every movie I come on, people gotta keep teaching me to love everybody with a liberal agenda. But every time I look at a movie that has God in it, God for some reason is terrible, and the devil is good. It's like every movie. I'm going on a tangent. Stop. Okay, let's bring it back. I'm always doing that. I go on tangents, and next thing you know, I'm arguing about something that I'm not even talking about. Regardless, it looks like it's gonna be one of those DC movies. You know, it's just way too dark, way too heavy on social messages and boring storylines where they talking 90%. Now I was watching the trailer and I was hoping to see more action, but when I saw her walking and her talking to the girl, and I know they're gonna do something with the tigress girl where somehow men are gonna be at fault for her becoming evil, and Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor's gonna somehow do something to woman. I just know what's coming, and I'm sitting there like, I hope this is not one of those DC stories, DC movies where they spend 90% of the movie telling you about the plot and have like 2 or 3 action scenes, and the rest of it they're just pumping in messages, and it's like, just give me action, give me what I want to see. I don't. So that's all I can. That's what I want. Just give me action. Give me something I can sink my teeth into. But from what I got in this trailer, I didn't see a lot of action. I saw a bunch of quick shots of her doing the same thing she did the last time, because for some strange reason, Hollywood's in love with getting pretty girls who are unathletic. So they can't do any actual moving shots. So all they can do is model shots. Bing, bing, looking at the camera, taking a picture. Because they can't do flips. They can't do their own stunts. Did you see when Gal Gadot tried to run on Wonder Woman 1? It was so cringy. She looked terrible. She looked as if she was wearing leather armor, and it looked like it weighed 1,000 pounds. I cannot stand when Hollywood people keep putting these people in there who are unathletic. You look like you can't run 5 feet, but I'm supposed to believe that you can beat up 90 people. At least don't have her running in actual time. Like, just find a way to get around it. But don't show me her running and she looks super athletic, like she's never, like it's hurting her shins to run because she's never ran more than 5 miles in her life. But I'm supposed to look at that and buy that she's somehow some super uber athletic person. I cannot stand when they do that. It's like you just, all believability has just gone out of the window, because I'm not believing that girl could last 5 minutes with a real person in a fight. It just looks terrible. So when I'm watching it, I just think I'm gonna get a lot of that bunch of still shots, ching ching ching, still shots, them adding all these special effects to cover up the fact that she's not athletic and can't do any stunts. So they'll keep all this special effects, and in the long run, all it is a glorified picture of her blocking a bullet. And for somebody explain to me, it looks cool that she took a bullet out of the gun and hit it with her thing. We know she's not gonna hit that to kill anybody. So what was the purpose of doing it? Just like I said, it seems like these Hollywood people are always trying to tout how good they are. Oh, did you see that shot when she hit the bullet? It's like, well, good. What does that have to do with the storyline? Anyways, you may be excited about it. I see a lot of people excited about it because we have a very sheepish culture. Wonder Woman 1 was good, so now people are gonna jump. I was not, like I said, I was not impressed by it. I don't think it's gonna be worse than the first. I just don't think it's gonna be that great either. So please let me know what you think, and hit that subscribe button and like it if you like it. All right, peace.